It's time to feel the rage. Welcome to Film Rage, where we talk movies in theaters, streaming, and closet films as well. Directors and actors beware, as you cannot hide from the rage. My name is Bryce, and I'm part of the Film Rage crew, which also includes... What's your name again? I remember. Jim.
Hey.
And,
Bryce.
I actually don't even remember this guy's name. I haven't seen him in so long.
What's happening? What are we
He's
doing?
getting old and forgetful.
Murray! That's his name.
I think I'm the merman.
The
but
merman
it's
is
been
here.
So long, I don't remember.
The merman is here.
That's right. Finally got a day off.
It's his Alzheimer's.
So with the introductions out of the way, let's rage on.
Well, thanks to all been supporting us. And if you love our independent podcast, please like, subscribe, share, and give us a 5-star rating on your listening platform. Or support us and join the Film Rage community by joining our membership at buymeacoffee.com/Film Rage YYC. If you cannot commit to a membership, you can still buy us a movie rental and dare us to see a terrible film, and we'll watch it if it played anywhere in a cinema in the world. More to come on that. Now, let's get to raging. Oh.
See, you haven't changed the theme song.
No.
Predict the rage, or will he predict the Mondo? Will he tell us all what Jim and Bryce saw at the movies? Here he comes now, better watch out, kids. He's coming swimming to you. Swim,
Murray, swim, Murray. Swim, Murray, swim.
swim.
Did not miss this at all.
Swim, Murray, swim, Murray.
All right,
swim,
shut up.
Murray, swim.
Swimming to you.
All right, so you guys saw 3 movies this week.
We did.
I did not.
You saw 2.
I did.
We haven't seen you forever, and then we see you.
Well. First one, no clue. It says touch. Read the synopsis. Didn't watch the trailer. Whatever. Double Mondo. Looks like
All right.
slow and boring and foreign. So sure.
So it must be
It must be
Mondo.
Mondo
for
for
us
you
two.
guys.
That's usually a pretty good guess.
That's right.
That's usually a recipe for fantastic.
And we had the
Yes.
very creepy Nic Cage and Longlegs, which, knowing how much you love Nic Cage, and especially the creepy Nic Cage, let's go double Mondo with that one too. It's just weird enough
Alright.
you guys loved it, I'm sure.
Did you notice who directed it, though?
I didn't see.
All right.
Oz.
Who? Oz who?
Osgood Perkins.
Who the hell is that?
He's also somebody that we love.
Okay, there you go.
So
Still don't know who he is.
So that's also a pretty good thing he knew that, because then it would be even a more solid chance at it.
And then the last one, which I'm a little unsure of because of what kind of movie it was. I'm thinking the Bryce probably hated it, gave it a rage because it's everything Hollywood that he doesn't like. And I think Jim, just because he loves the Tatum, might have given it a man.
I do love the Chatums.
Do, do, do.
I love that song.
Clown music, whatever.
It's circus folk music, Murray.
Same thing.
No,
Same thing.
No.
because the tallest man in the world, Bryce, with the fattest man in the world, me, we could also be in the circus music.
Sure.
And then the merman, part merman,
Just in a tank, just swimming
in a
with my
tank,
tail.
swimming around.
All right then.
Doesn't have to have any clowns in it whatsoever.
Yeah, all right, go.
Why is our music so low? Is it lower than
Because you're
usual?
talking.
Solo?
No, it's the same as it always is.
Mm.
Can't
Same
drown
as
you
it ever
guys out.
was.
fine.
Same as it ever was. Same as it ever was. All right, so we saw a movie called
What about this recap?
Touch,
Aren't you doing that
Touch,
first?
Touch,
No.
Touch Me, Love.
Well, that's what it says here. Oh, no, sorry. I have to
No, it
see
doesn't.
Never mind.
So you know what? As well
I
as
skipped
Bryce
ahead.
not remembering anybody's name, Murray forgot how to read.
Well, no, because
so-
I put my things where the cinema
What, your things are in the things?
My predictions.
I totally
down.
get the things. I totally get it.
Okay, go.
So Bryce, what was the movie?
What's going on?
We saw Touch.
Touch.
Yeah, what was it? It was
It's a movie.
yeah, it's definitely a movie.
Icelandic movie.
Yeah, well, Icelandic, Japanese,
English.
There's a lot going on.
Co-production.
That's what I'm trying to figure out. Who actually produced this movie? And now I'm at the point where it's taking too long, so I don't really care anymore.
Well, yeah. I mean, I don't know. Do our listeners care? They can go online and look it up.
Well, that's what I'm doing.
They're driving
But
right now. They can't.
I'm doing it on their time.
Oh, I see. Yeah. Okay, listeners, just take a 2-minute break here while Bryce fucks around.
Yeah, no, I'm done. Yeah, Touch. It is a movie about a young gentleman who drops out of university and decides to be a chef, sorta. He goes to work for. I guess I should. He goes to work for a Japanese restaurant in where was it? They were in London?
In London, England.
They were in London. Okay.
It's a cheery old Lincoln, England.
So he's from Iceland.
Yes.
And he's going to university in England.
Yes.
And then he works in a Japanese restaurant.
Yes.
Which I don't even understand. Like, how could he probably... I don't know what the rules were back then, but just drop out of university.
It was the 1950s or 40s.
So it doesn't matter.
You could just immigrate anywhere.
Immigrate anywhere. They're like, I'm here.
I'm here. I'm working.
I'm working.
Well, they would probably get working visas if you're a student, right? So.
But he wasn't a student. He dropped out.
Yeah, but he still was. Like, once you have that pass, it's usually good for 2 years, and then you can just.
At any rate, so he goes to work for this Japanese restaurant. Of course, he meets the daughter of the person who runs it, and he falls in love.
What? You didn't also mention that it's an Icelandic. United Kingdom co-production.
Well, I thought it was Iceland. I said Icelandic.
Yeah, you didn't know, and I'm telling you now.
So now it is Icelandic. So
Icelandic UK.
Japan had nothing to do with it.
Japan had nothing to
Even
do
though
other than the
90% of the
film
actors
is in Japanese.
Everybody in it's Japanese,
including the Icelandic guy. After a while.
There you go. So yeah, it's kind of a movie in the vein of Past Lives, where it's kind of like Past Lives, only like 30 years later. If everything started 30 years, well, maybe 20 years. Not even 15 years.
You're doing a terrible job.
I know.
Trying to tie this to Past Lives. They're completely different.
No, they're not
way.
though. It's like they're the exact same movie.
Oh, okay. Mm-hmm.
But different.
Yeah. Okay.
At any rate.
Except for one of them is Icelandic.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mild differences.
Instead of two Korean people.
If you played them at the same time, it's like
wow.
Not a lot. It's different between them. No, they are different, but they have it's kind of like that though. You know, it's that initial love, big break, coming back together. Things have changed.
Except in Past Lives, they never had sex their entire time together.
Yeah.
So it's nothing like that. These people had intimate physical relations. They said, I love you to each other. These were kids in Past Lives. They were two kids that were kind of cute together. Yeah. And then they met up again in their 20s and were doing over the internet conversations.
Yes.
Still never had there was no penetration that happened.
There was penetration.
No, well, but
they're
separated.
Not physical.
Yeah, exactly. But in this, it's a completely different thing because there was an actual
Demolition
love
Man?
story.
Did they have headsets?
It was a little bit like Demolition Man as well.
Your analogy on this is terrible. That's what I'm just gonna say. There's only thing that it's related to that's like Past Lives at all.
Yeah.
Is that there was two people that might have been meant to be together.
Yes.
And then they didn't become together.
So as I said, it was exactly like Past Lives.
And it had Asian elements in it.
Well, so did Past Lives. Past Lives had nothing
That's
but
what he
Asian.
said. That's
what I just said.
Where are you tonight?
At any rate.
Please tell us more.
Just get on with it.
Our listeners, David is really not impressed with you tonight. I can tell you that right now.
Who's David?
David's our listener.
Oh, we have a listener?
There's more on that to come. All right.
We have Philip too.
Yeah, but I don't know if Philip's listening tonight.
No, he's not listening tonight.
We're live.
Anyways, two people fall in love, 50 years together, or 50 years later. They lead totally separate lives, just like Past Lives. And then 50 years later,
He's obsessed with that movie.
Past Lives is an awesome movie.
yes, and this is a good movie. At any rate, so they lead separate lives, but then 50 years late go by and stuff happens. It's a pandemic. He's sick. He feels the need that he has to go back and find this love of his life that
Because his
never ended
doctor
up being
said
his
you
love of
should
his life.
probably...
to tie up the loose ends, and well, that's what doctors say. Once I say he's dying, I don't have to go into all that because every doctor says that. There isn't a doctor on the planet that doesn't say that.
But we saw that.
They
in
also
the
say
movie.
stupid shit like, you can eat ice cream until you die too. Like it's a freaking. They all have their stuff that they say, and it's taught to them in bloody school, and they all say the same goddamn crap.
But they don't always show it
Tie
in
up
the
your
movies.
loose ends, eat, and you can eat whatever you want now. Like that's supposed to be. I'm gonna frickin' die, but I can eat whatever I want.
Yay!
That's fantastic.
And I'm gonna die. I'm eating whatever I want.
Well, no kidding. But you don't need him to tell you that or
I
her.
might start smoking too.
Sorry, what was I talking about?
You're talking about that. He found out he's dying.
Yeah, so he goes to find the love of his life, wants to see what's what, and he finds her.
Okay then.
There you go.
That's the movie.
Now that we know what it's about, what the hell
and-
do you think about it?
Yeah.
I liked it.
All right. So,
It was a high meh.
all right. There you go.
Here's the thing. It shouldn't have been quite as either they needed to do something different with it, or it didn't need to be quite as long as it was. I enjoyed it a lot. The performances are fantastic. There isn't one person in this that didn't nail
Knock it out of the park.
But there was it was a little draggy at times, and it was one of those movies that I wanted to love, like I really did. And in the first 10 minutes, I thought I was gonna love it. First 10 minutes went by, and I'm like, oh,
Yeah, baby.
this is gonna be awesome. And it was still really, really good, but it wasn't awesome. I almost think that if they should have made the first 10 minutes not quite as good, then maybe my expectations would have come down. And maybe it could have eked a mondo if they didn't make the first part so good.
It peaked
You know
too
what?
soon.
It's-
But it was a little draggy, so it's meh.
Well, let me tell you what I
They
thought.
made the first part too good, Murray. If they would have made it a little worse,
I love
it could have been
so
mondo.
it should have been a 10 minutes short, is what you're saying.
That's not what I'm saying at all. I'm saying they needed to bring down my expectations in the first 10 minutes.
Don't jump right out of the gate with goodness. Just
It was too strong.
Slowly
Exactly.
bring the goodness in.
Too strong coming out of the gate, and then it just.
All right, so
But it picked it up at the end. I love the end. I really, really like the movie.
It was like a meh sandwich with two mondo pieces of bread.
Yeah, it was mondo on the outside and then a little bit in the middle because it got a little draggy.
Yeah. All right, so Iceland.
But everyone should go watch it because it's good.
Iceland meets Japan in London in this love story that spans 50 or 70 or maybe it's 100 years. I don't know. It was a long time.
It's 50.
It's a long time. Well, let's just say it's a long time. Two young lovers fall in love. There is penetration, and a dying man in
This
his
time,
golden
physical
years,
penetration,
this time,
unlike past lives.
Exactly.
which was
was wishful thinking.
no. It was
Self.
it was
inflicted.
emotional penetration.
There we go. Okay. There's a huge difference. So, and a dying man in his golden years wants to find his first love before he dies. Not his true love. It was his first love that he felt he should have been with. The story
I'd
is
say it's his
quiet
true love.
and well, he had a wife that he ended up living with for a long time, and then they had a kid together. He had a
Yeah.
whole life together.
He loved her, but not like his the
His
love
Japanese
of his life.
girlfriend that he knew for like 6 months.
Oh, but there was
There was a lot of penetration. I get it.
emotional and physical.
And physical.
So twice the penetration is past lives.
There's
You guys are saying that word way too
yeah,
much.
probably. So the story is quiet and calm through the whole movie, and all the secondary characters were all fantastic and added a levity to the story with things like 50-year-old Japanese ladies being a jokester who may or may not wear a miniskirt one day, and a landlady who wants to feed you fried bread to grease your lungs, Murray.
Yes. You need some,
Let me make
some
you
good
some-
lung greasing.
Let me make
make you some fried bread
You're not
to grease
selling-
up to
you're
grease
not
up your
selling this
lungs
movie at
there,
all.
Murray. Here's some fried bread to grease up your Was that half Italian, half English? I don't know.
I don't know what you're doing.
So this the story moves a little too slow,
it does.
but moves back in time between the past and the present easily.
yeah, was good.
It lasted a little longer than I had hoped.
Yeah.
It wasn't a traditional romance story, which
No.
made it a little bit more palatable than romance stories deserve to be. It was cute.
Yeah.
It was meh. I didn't love this movie.
It was a good movie.
But I liked it.
yeah.
It was too long. Like, I just remember sitting in the cinema going, this is now too long. And I looked at my watch twice, which is always bad.
And it was the second movie of the night.
Yes.
So yeah, you got home at what, 1 o'clock in the morning? Again?
Something like
Yeah,
that.
By the way,
I don't
after
do
our
that. I don't do that
conversation,
anymore.
I have
Yes.
I have a leading candidate for the title of our episode.
Oh, right.
Okay, well, you,
Twice the penetration of past lives.
Yes. You know what? That's a hit.
right.
Because people do like past lives. We're going to get our most downloads ever.
There we go. Then it's done.
Just
Our
use-
episode will be
just
called
using that
Twice the
word,
penetration
people
of
on-
past lives.
And you know what? We've
People
never...
on Google looking for porn are gonna find that.
That's right.
That's fine.
Our YouTube...
We don't discriminate. Anybody can listen to us.
You know, you should put in parentheses a DP too, because then
It's
100% we're gonna have the most.
that will
we're gonna
triple
have
the
triple our
searches.
listenership.
Yeah.
All right. So, anything else you want to talk about the updated version of Past Lives?
It's not
Sorry,
an
the
updated.
Past Lives too.
The
It's as if-
Icelandic Japanese
Yeah.
version of Past Lives.
It's like past lives if one was Icelandic and one was Japanese.
Or how about this?
And it took place 20 years
It's
later.
absolutely nothing like Past Lives, and Past Lives is a brilliant film. This was just a good film.
Yeah. That's
There you
good.
go.
Well, I wouldn't say nothing like it. It's like past
it's
lives, but
literally-
with twice the
it's-
penetration.
Okay, there you go. All right, so the other movie we got to see was a movie called Long Legs, but not long space legs. It's long legs,
As in the spider.
as in
Yes.
the spider, as the Mur says. So what Osgood Jenkins does
Osgood Jenkins.
brilliantly
Yep.
is create tone and atmosphere and dread mixed with a way of shooting that is original and creepy and dripping with a feel that is often hard to put into words, but it makes you uncomfortable and makes you want to see things that aren't really there, but you feel that they should be. Shots that show empty space behind the intended shot, and then long, deep shots with quick edits and sometimes a jump scare just thrown in for some spice, but not often a jump scare. And this one, like most of his films, is a very slow burn. For most of the film, the viewer is left in a daze about what's fully going on, just that our lead, played by Micah Monroe, who's possibly psychic or somehow knows more than she's letting on, and although she is brilliant, she is also herself a character that is odd and creepy and completely an anomaly. This story, for the most part, takes us on a mystery to solve this killer called Longlegs, played by the one and only Nic Cage. I was captivated by the feel and look of this film, and although this had an ending that was somewhat predictable, I enjoyed the whole time as it unfolded. And even though the ending leaves us a bit hanging, it left me feeling that feeling of, it's good. You have been away too long. And just like Gretel and Hansel you made 4 years ago, Longlegs is Mondo. I fucking love this movie. Got a lot of unpacking to do. But what do you kids say? The Mur was right.
Am I next?
You are next.
All right, then. I'll keep it short. Creepy Nic Cage. I don't like creepy Nic Cage.
What?
I like funny, charming, and wacko Nic Cage.
What?
This performance was way too creepy. It seemed like a Silence of the Lambs ripoff with some Exorcist elements.
It's kind of like
find
Silence
it
of the Lambs,
scary
but more satanic.
and didn't get interesting until near the end. Man.
All right. Well, you Still gave it a meh.
It didn't get interesting until the end. I thought the whole thing was interesting until the end.
Way too freaking slow. Way too freaking slow. I want people to die right away.
Did you watch it from the back to the front? Did you watch it in reverse?
It's possible.
Actually, that's kind of funny because
Did you
the
fall
credits
asleep at
kind
all,
of came down in reverse.
Yeah, that
I
was
can
cool.
either confirm or deny if I fell asleep. Or
All right.
Sorry, you said meh?
He did say meh.
All right. That's cool. Yeah, Osgood Perkins, as you mentioned, has a way. Everything he puts on the screen, it's like palpable. You feel it. You're not just watching an Osgood Perkins. You're immersed in it. You feel it. The music, the camera movements, every little thing that he does is effective. And the fact that he's picked kind of genre films to make is great. I'd like to see him do something different at some point.
Yeah.
And I'm sure he will.
Oh, yeah.
But right now, he is just nailing every one of these efforts. Beginning to end, this was great. Once again, I mean, yeah, Nic Cage is Nic Cage. Honestly, he wasn't the strongest part of this movie for me, but
he also wasn't a big part of the
but
movie.
He wasn't a big part, and he wasn't distracting, even though he plays this completely over the top.
Yeah.
But that's this character. And through Osgood Perkins' direction, he gives you just enough Nic Cage.
Yeah.
If somebody that wasn't Osgood Perkins might have put Nic Cage in this a lot more and kind of wrecked the whole thing.
Yeah.
But he just puts the right amount of Nick.
Yeah, well, and even like shots, like when you first get to see Nic Cage, when you see him just bend down, and you're just like, oh my God,
yeah.
What are you?
Yeah.
And they like to zoom in and out in the camera too.
Yes.
Started with a little tiny 70s window and it
Yeah.
expanded it.
He's so creative with his shooting style. Anyway, sorry, go on, Bryce.
Yeah, no, it's all good. I'm trying to think, where do I know Micah Monroe from? Agent Lee Harker? Because
I thought I knew her from too, but
because she was really good. Blair Underwood just popping up after I don't know when the heck the last time I saw him in anything. I don't think has he done any movies? Period. I mean, he must have.
Oh, he's done a few. I think wasn't he in one?
He was in Deep Impact.
Was he in Deep Impact?
Wasn't he in
and Gattaca, he was in Gattaca.
Oh yeah, he was. Okay. Anyways, he was fine. But Micah Monroe, I thought, honestly,
she's in It Follows.
Oh, is that where she was from? Because I know I've seen her. I figured I'd seen her before, but I was like, I can't place her.
And also, she was in that really not so great movie with Murray's favorite child actor, The Fifth Wave.
The Fifth Wave. I don't even know what that is.
Yeah.
What's The
she's
Fifth
my
Wave?
Favorite.
Yeah, it's not that great of a movie.
Oh, okay.
My favorite child actor is Ron Howard.
I thought she was really good. Yeah, but it's all about the direction of Osgood Perkins, and as I say, the way that you just get so immersed in his films. This is not as good as Gretel and Hansel. I mean, it's just not. But Gretel and Hansel was so amazing that still makes this Mondo.
Oh yeah, but did you agree that it's one of those movies, and we've talked about this before, where you know what the ending's going to be, but because you're so along for the ride, by the time you get there, it's not annoying that it was predictable, because how it ended was so good. Like the very end of this movie is a fantastic ending.
Yeah. Here's the only problem I had with it. I don't think they should have advertised that Nic Cage was in this. I think that Osgood Perkins' name is enough to get people in the theater.
What I've been reading, the hype killed it a bit.
Yeah, and I think they should have pulled like a Tom Cruise in Tropic Thunder deal, where they just did not tell anybody
that it was Tom Cruise.
That it was Tom Cruise.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know, they could figure it out from the shots of him. I mean,
Well, no, I'm not saying that they couldn't figure it out, Murray. I'm saying that nobody, the people going into it that first weekend should have been surprised.
Yeah.
And half of them would be going, is that Nic Cage?
They had to
And half of
advertise.
them
They had to show trailers.
might
Yeah,
not
because
know.
you can only tell by his voice, actually. When you look at him,
Yeah.
you can't tell that's fucking
I
Nic
kind of
Cage.
could, but it wasn't.
Well, but that's because you knew it was Nic Cage. If you didn't 100% know it was Nic Cage and you're looking at it, you might be going,
I think the voice.
that
kinda
Nic
gave- I think
Cage?
the voice kind of gave.
The voice is really what gives
Yeah,
it away.
anyway.
Especially when he does this really creepy.
yeah.
Anyway,
But I
creepy Nic
really,
Cage.
I really think
Yeah.
they dropped the ball on that. But that's not enough to annoy me to the point that, that I wouldn't recommend it. But I just don't understand why they would do that. Like they put Nic Cage's name front and center. Makes no sense, especially since he's not even really
He's not the
a
main
huge
character.
part of this.
No, I mean,
if anything,
he's just the title of
yeah.
it. Because here we don't want to give too many
No.
spoilers on this. This is one of those ones that is a suspense thriller more than it is a horror.
No.
I mean,
yeah.
there is horror in it, but it's really
There's
just like
blood,
Silence of the
but,
Lambs in that
it's
respect. It's this mystery to solve, like who is Longlegs and what's it all about. But at each way as you go along, like to me, what Oz does really, 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 really well is the music. And this also had original music, just like Gretel and Hansel, just like what is it, Blackcoat's Daughter?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like
That Blackcoat's Daughter is
It's
so
just
good.
so good. Like his way with incorporating the music into his films is just so brilliant. And the character development in this versus the style of the film. So I didn't feel it was a huge character development film for me, but because of the style of it, I was okay with it. Like it was just how the style rolled out. Like you could complain about there not being a lot of character development in it other than the one main character, but you kind of knew each character who they were.
You knew enough.
Yeah, to make it still good.
Yeah.
This music is so good.
All right. Then.
Not this music we're listening to, but the music in this movie. So
Music
good.
in your head.
The music in my head from the music from the movie. Absolutely.
Yeah.
No, excellent movie. Loved Longlegs. Go see it.
Yep. Fly me,
Fly
to,
me
the,
to the
moon.
Which is the other movie that we saw, though I had to see it alone because somebody else had a date with, their wife.
Well,
whatever.
I wish I
That's
had
right.
a date
Whatevs.
So
Anyway,
I could wear a suit and tie.
on July 20th, 1969,
What?
the astronauts of Apollo 11, Neil Armstrong, Buzz Aldrin, and Michael Collins, whoever that is, landed
Third guy.
on the moon. Or did they?
Bum bum bum.
Fly Me to the Moon is about the mission, the people behind it, the government conspiracy, and one very savvy ad executive who pulls it all together. One word. F-U-N. This was a delightfully funny, entertaining film from start to finish. It had a whole crapload of my favorite actors. The Tatum, ScarJo, Woody Harrelson, Ray Romano in a nice role, and the ever-funny Jim Rash. Also directed by Greg Berlanti, who did pretty much every superhero TV show on the CW. In case you didn't know who that was.
I didn't.
There you go. He invented all that. I didn't like the whole rom-com storyline. Everything else was very well written. Thought this film would be funnier, but it was still funny. I was not prepared for the emotional performances by Tatum and ScarJo, which again proved how good they both are. I was completely captivated by them both and the story. Of course, it's a Mondo for me.
All right.
Fly Me to the Moon. One word. Underwhelming. It was fine. I mean, it had some entertaining bits in it. I will say that two actors saved it for me. Jim Rash, as you mentioned, as the director. Not as the director of the film, but as the director in the film.
In the film.
And Ray Romano as Henry Smalls. I'm just baffled at how much I enjoy Ray Romano in every role that I've seen him on the big screen. Like
I actually agree as well. I never watched his TV show and never thought that he was that funny.
he
But ever since he got done that, I like him in everything.
he has been so good every time he gets cast in anything. And sometimes I'll think, why are they casting him? And then I go, oh, that's why, because he's just been brilliant every time. Now, having said that, it's not like he's got a whole lot of range. He kind of does the whole same shtick every time, but he does it so well that if he's right for the role, and that's why he's not in a ton of stuff, because he doesn't have a lot of range. But when you've got that character that you're like, this is the Ray Romano character, you know what? We might as well get Ray Romano because it's kind of a Ray Romano character. And every time he's going to nail it.
The shtick sticks.
There you go.
There you go. But, you know, as I say, it had some entertaining bits in it. It was too long. At the end of the day, I did not love it, but I didn't hate it. It's an entertaining little summer popcorn movie. Not really my type of movie.
No kidding.
But I still found it reasonably entertaining. I wasn't dreading anything.
Which is a bit of a surprise.
It is a surprise.
It was a meh.
All right. Well, let me take this home to the ball game or something. That's like an American term, isn't it?
Yeah.
Something like that. ScarJo and Chatums and ScarJo, they're just so beautiful. Beautiful. It's not possible in reality that anyone as gorgeous as these two people ever worked at NASA. Have you seen the people that work at NASA? They are ugly.
Yeah.
But that's kind of the point. The rumors of the moon landing being faked has been around forever. Well, since the moon landing.
Since it happened.
In fact, Kubrick was the one most thought of who directed it. This is an alternative universe film.
They actually mentioned his name in the movie.
Yeah, they did. Yeah, they actually did. They obviously
should have gotten Kubrick.
For the inside joke. This is an alternative universe film that takes an actual event and makes Hollywood love story to take your date to and to hold hands. Well, at least that's what I did with my wife, and apparently Bryce did with his better half.
Another.
Needless to say, my wife was so unimpressed that I only got to first base that night because she was so unimpressed.
She
with
wasn't
the
in love with the Tatums.
She did not love the movie. Oh, she loves Tatums.
So the Tatums did nothing for her?
It's not Tatums. It's Chatums.
Whatever.
You got to put his first name and his last name together. It's Channing Tatums, which becomes
who
Chatums.
Who else is named Tatum? Like
I hate all that cutesy stuff.
I know.
His name is Channing Tatum.
That's exactly why I'm doing it. I love that. Yeah.
ScarJo, Chatums. It's all so stupid.
ScarJo.
You know what?
ScarJo's ridiculous. Her name's Scarlett Johansen.
Yes, but everyone knows who ScarJo is.
What the hell's a ScarJo? It sounds like something.
Scar. Joe.
Well,
it should be a hyphen, but
what's good about a scar? That's like a cut that leaves a. I don't understand.
It's kind of like her.
Who gives a crap what a J-Lo is either? That's not the point.
Yeah, it's just I hate J. That's dumb.
Or a Benifer. Who gives a crap
I don't know
about that either.
I don't know what a Benifer is.
Yeah, I find that hard to believe. Anyway, move on.
You know what? That's just the best. But what I can also say is the scene with the moon landing and what they did with that whole direction thing was really cool.
I laughed my ass.
You got the feel of what it might have actually been like on this moon landing, both from the production side of it and from the movie side of it. Yeah, might have.
Yes.
As far as casting is concerned, the ScarJo and the Chatums were fine. However, Jim Rash as Lance Hesperton was the best thing about this movie.
I'll agree with that.
Woody Harrelson in this is miscast. In this, and his character is out of place, and it seems too made up for this real persona.
Doesn't it?
It did. I did
not.
I did not like Woody Harrelson's. In this, I think they could have picked somebody different for it. It just didn't. It didn't fit.
And I didn't even think that the character was just.
No, it was it was weak and not developed.
It made no sense.
Yeah,
I don't believe that this person ever existed.
Well, yeah, that's what makes it silly about it, because it.
But they worked for Nixon, so of course it was.
Yeah, but that's just it. You don't have one person that is
in charge?
is the puppet master
I don't know. I
of
think
these
the NSA
things.
probably has one person who does that.
It's the whole character fell off to me.
Yeah.
I didn't really connect with the rom-com, as Murray said. Twist is it, and I put this in quotes, rom-com twist.
There's a rom-com twist?
Because there's no possible way that
Well,
happened
yeah,
in
it
real life.
It didn't really happen until near the end. But yeah, because they're working together. But there was flirting and stuff.
Yeah, the story seemed not fully realized, and as much as I know everybody loves Raymond, and yes, he was also good in this. But I laughed at a few points. I was intrigued with the original story of this conspiracy moon landing stuff.
I was not alive at
but
the time.
not enough to fall in love with this iteration of it.
There's been better movies based on this topic.
Yeah, exactly. In fact, there's been some documentaries
There's
about
been some
it too.
good
Yeah.
documentaries too, but there was actually a dramatic movie. I don't remember what it was called,
Yeah.
but it was better than this.
The question is,
Like what, First Man?
was Jim
No.
was Jim Rash alone strong enough to keep this from being a rage?
Was it? That is the question. It was for me.
Yes.
Was it for you?
But I'm not like Bryce. I'm not judging the entire movie based on one person's actions.
Well, there's two.
That
for
is,
me.
That is true. So Jim Rash was Mondo. This was not, but it's still eking out a meh.
There
So
you
that
go.
apparently we got two mehs and a Mondo, so we got a Mondo sandwich.
There we go.
There you go.
Yeah.
Well, that's exciting.
Yeah. You know what? I
I'd eat a Mondo
thought,
sandwich.
Yeah. I thought it was really gonna. As I got through half of this, I was like not loving it as much. But I think what I think I did like about this was the era that it's talking about. I think they captured the feel of that era. Again, it's the feel of the movie. I don't think the movie was great.
I don't know if I
think,
mentioned before how much I love the 60s.
Yeah.
I think I was born, 10 years too late.
There you go. Well, you know why, Murray? Because if you were born and you could have been around in the 60s, you could have get some of that sweet, sweet free love.
I just love apart from, all the violence and stuff, I love the 60s. The music, the clothes,
The free love.
cars, everything.
Don't forget the free love.
It was an awesome era.
Take all the free love you can get.
Sadly, I was born in 71.
Wah, wah. So yeah, it was. Any unpacking anybody wants to do in this?
I just loved it. It was, like he said, it's a great summer popcorn movie. If you're not looking for anything serious, I think it was a lot of fun and it had a lot of funny moments. And yeah, the whole thing at the end where they're trying to sync up trying to sync up the actual landing of the with the fake thing. Could not stop laughing. Just all the shit that was
With the
going
cat?
wrong. Yeah, I don't want to give that away, but yeah, the cat. It's like, what are people gonna say when they see a cat walk across the moon?
Jim Rash was so
Oh
good
my
in this
God.
though.
He was.
He was on
He was
fire.
pretty good, yeah.
Straight
I didn't
fire.
watch. Was he? Was it Community or was it the
Yeah,
other one?
he was in Community.
Yeah.
I don't know what that is.
It's a TV show, but
show.
that's where he's from.
but
Well, I wouldn't say from.
I believe
guess,
he also
but-
directs stuff too. So
Oh, that's
he's quite
cool.
accomplished.
Yeah,
Yeah, no, I loved it. I thought it was awesome.
awesome.
All right.
Nobody hated it.
That
Wait, nobody
surprised
hated
me.
anything this week. What the
No.
hell's going on?
Well,
I went mad.
I wasn't crazy
Yeah.
about Longlegs.
Or man,
but
Mondo man.
I didn't give it a rage like I probably wanted.
There you go. All right. Well, we're gonna have a bit of a chat here because if everybody who's listening last week, when I had my meltdown about having to watch Despicable Me 4, it generated a conversation which I took out to social media and to some of our listeners and to some of our podcast family. And the consensus was we should be okay to see good quality produced animation films. So not to veto them altogether.
As in Disney and Pixar.
Well, so
Disney,
here's...
Pixar, Illumination, stuff that's not
I mean,
made for.
according to you guys,
Jigglypuff or whatever
most
it's
of the best animated films are like foreign anyway. They're from Japan.
Yeah,
or
well-
whatever, right?
Yeah, Ghibli, giblets,
What was
Ghibli
the one
giblets.
with the Huron,
Whatever it's
Huron.
called. Yeah,
boy
that's
Huron?
that's Ghibli.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, but it's funny how it was more than 4 people said to me they don't think we should go see movies like Paw Patrol, which
Yes.
are actually written are
Written
like TV
for-
shows.
That makes me want to watch Paw Patrol because I don't know what they're talking about, but I've never seen Paw Patrol.
Well, basically, Paw Patrol,
so
the
I need
movie.
to watch Paw Patrol.
Paw
It's
Patrol.
on TV. You wouldn't like it.
Well, it's one of those ones, just like that stupid Kevin Costner movie. It was a
It's like
TV
Horizon?
show. Yeah, it's like
Apparently.
Horizon.
Dance
it's
with
a
Wolves?
TV show that got put into the movie theaters.
by mistake.
Well, I don't think it was a mistake.
I'm
I
pretty
think,
sure I went to see SpongeBob SquarePants with you.
yeah, well, that's an
I
amazing
never
movie.
watched the show.
Yeah, that did stand on its own though, I
Yeah,
believe.
absolutely. So yeah. Anyway, so this is opening us up to seeing kids movies.
Kids.
Yeah.
Because our listeners want to know what we think of them. Because
As-
one of the people in particular
As
said,
grown-ass adults.
yeah, well, because here's the thing: if we go see this and we don't bring kids with us,
Yeah.
and we tell them what it's about, that it's awful or you won't like it or whatever the
Well,
case
they
may
wouldn't
be.
leave us.
Well, no, well, that's what they're saying, because if we go see a movie and it's good, we're going to say that. For the adult that's going. So they can
Yeah.
just, so as one person said to me, yeah, so that I can tell my wife to take my kid instead of me take my kid. I was like, yeah, so I want to know what you guys have to say about
Yeah.
it. So obviously we're going to put it into rotation. If there's 6 movies out and there's a 7th one that is a kids movie, we might not see that. But apparently we have opened up the door for conversion films and rom-coms though.
I'm still.
Because they all want us to see
fence.
that, and then they literally everybody went, "Ha ha, start watching rom-coms."
I already do.
So apparently we're watching
Yeah,
that,
the only person that's not painful for is Murray.
What, the rom-coms?
and then he doesn't
Yes.
even go to see them all.
The one single guy? Yeah, no, they're painful for me too because they're terrible, but depends who's in them.
You know what you do is you get a date and you make some popcorn
Yeah,
surprise, and then
Yeah, well.
that's how you get
And
to
you can,
third base.
Then you can find me a date.
That's right. Let's get.
Right
You know
there.
what? I'm making him a profile right now.
There you go. Get on that Tinder stuff.
Yeah,
Okay. We done?
yeah.
Is that it? Okay.
That's it. We're gonna watch kids
All right.
movies.
Good for you.
Man, we haven't heard this music in a long time.
Yeah, I forgot what I'm doing. Okay, well, this might be a little expected. In honor of this week's NASA-based Hollywood blockbuster, I present my favorite astronaut-type movies.
Uh-oh.
Ironically, I have no real interest in astronomy or the space program.
Neither do I.
I don't give 2 craps if they go to space anymore.
Is Buzz
It's
Lightyear
been
on
done.
your list?
Oh, it's a cartoon.
He doesn't watch cartoons.
Toy Story was good, but they didn't really go to space.
That's also a cartoon.
That was in the past. I do love my Hollywood goes to space movies, though.
Why?
I am excluding First Man only because I haven't seen it yet.
Is Jason X on your list?
yeah.
Oh.
Is Fast and the Furious 9?
NASA astronauts.
Oh,
not,
Well,
astronauts.
not Fast and the Furious 9 where they have a car in space. Doesn't
So-
count.
but that was. But
You're
they
saying
did it.
astronauts, not astronauts?
Actually, astronauts.
So I don't understand. So it's got to be
official,
NASA.
official type astronaut type movies. Yes,
Ah.
that's what I'm saying.
So Gravity?
Anyway, First Man features the Gosling, so it's on my list to watch if I ever get around to it. There's
you haven't
also a
seen it?
new one called Spaceman with Adam Sandler, which I'm sure you 2 guys will enjoy.
I watched it.
I watched it as well,
Is it
and
already out?
I liked it.
There you
I
go.
didn't like
There
it.
you go. Thought it was coming to the theater, but whatever. Okay, first up.
No, it's like on Netflix. Isn't it?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
I don't have that yet.
Yep.
Armageddon, 1998. I hesitantly put this movie on here.
I'm sorry. These are the movies you like.
Yes.
Okay.
So you do like this
Let
movie?
me explain it.
Okay.
I
Explain. Please do, because
I
I am
hesitantly put
baffled.
the movie on here because
You got some explaining to do.
it features
Ben Affleck.
the actor I loathe the most in this world.
Ben Affleck?
Bryce knows the one. In fact, this was the movie that put him on my list. His
Rightfully
performance.
so.
I didn't know you liked Ben
His
Affleck.
performance made me hate him.
Yeah, this movie.
His performance in this movie alone made me hate him for life.
He is terrible in this movie.
It also features the nauseating Liv Tyler. The 2 of them together made me want to lose my lunch.
Actually, she's repulsive. Don't get that right.
But I liked everything else in it. Bruce Willis, Will Patton, Billy Bob Thornton, Steve Buscemi, Michael Clark Duncan.
I only liked Ben Affleck.
I like Peter
Full
Stormare.
of Michael Bay's usual overblown spectacle. And yes, I did enjoy the movie for the most part, except for you know who.
It's
terrible.
Yeah,
terrible.
well, I enjoyed it.
Nice.
Apollo 13, 1995.
Oh, Tommy.
Of course, this movie is on here. My favorite director, and stars Tom Hanks. Plus Kevin Bacon and Bill Paxton. I love those guys. And it was sort of based on reality.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It
sort of.
was
And
man.
also had Ed Harris in it.
It was me.
Or Woody Harrelson. I'm not sure which one. They kind of look the same.
It was Ed Harris.
Is it Harris in that one? Yeah.
Interstellar 2014. Shot partly in Alberta.
Yes.
Directed by Christopher Nolan.
Yes. It's Mondo.
Features an incredible cast and
Yes.
awe-dropping visuals.
Yes.
I thought it was way too long and it got weird at the end, but it's a good
It
ride.
It got good at the end.
It's a good
Good,
ride.
exactly.
Matthew McConaughey was stellar.
All right.
All right. That's what I wrote.
Was he
All right,
interstellar?
All right. He was just stellar.
He was.
But he
stellar.
wasn't interstellar.
He was stellar.
All right.
Next up, you probably won't agree on Space Cowboys.
Oh, don't
no,
even
God.
start.
Old guys in space.
Oh, no.
Who doesn't love that?
No.
Clint Eastwood, Tommy Lee Jones, and the late great Donald Sutherland in his most fun role. I enjoyed the hell out of that movie.
This movie's painful.
I loved it. That was awesome.
I gotta put that in the
And
bag.
I actually I just added one just tonight because I thought I forgot.
I think
about
that
it.
was in the bag, and you had to watch it.
Was it? I don't think so.
a late
You're
edition.
just trying to get me not to put it in my
There
bag.
you go. Yeah, I wouldn't put it in there because I loved it. I don't want you to be trashing it. Anyway, next up, I just added.
it's
going in.
I just added because I forgot about it. Hidden Figures. Taraji B. Henson,
Hidden Figures was excellent.
Kevin
Yeah.
Costner, Octavia Spencer,
My future wife.
and that guy from Big Bang Theory. Yeah, it was pretty good, and that's sort of historically accurate, and also the deal with putting the man on the moon. So, same topic. Yeah, it was good.
It's great.
Next up, you're gonna love this.
Uh-oh.
Deep
Spaceballs?
Impact.
Oh.
I never thought
God.
of Spaceballs.
It's not
generally
NASA, though.
considered the lesser of the asteroid crashing to Earth movies.
Yes.
I actually preferred this one to the Michael Bay movie.
I did too, actually.
If it
that's
had
possible.
a great cast,
But that
more
doesn't say
serious
much.
tone, and Morgan Freeman as the president.
It had that.
Maybe he should run against Trump.
Yeah.
He's at least as old as Biden.
If I became American, I'd vote for Morgan Freeman.
Exactly. Who wouldn't? He's God and he's the president.
Yeah.
A very young Elijah Wood. It's great. And Robert Duvall anchors the younger cast. And I believe Jon Favreau is also in it. Finally, honorable mention to what people consider the best space movie of all time.
Spaceballs.
2001 A Space Odyssey.
Yes.
1968. Don't get me wrong, I enjoyed most of the film. It was just way too long and got confusing at the end. That seems to happen to me a lot.
Open the pod today. Doors, Hal.
Yeah, no, I'm okay with that part. It's the last 30 minutes of, the sky cam over the mountains, and like, what the hell is this about? Like, I have no idea. They lost me at the end, but anyway. Still, for 1968, it was definitely ahead of its time. If somebody can explain the ending to me, I might enjoy it better. I'll stick to Star Wars. I think that's all I got.
Nice. Doesn't
worth
get
the
any
wait?
better than that.
Is it worth the wait?
Yeah.
3 long weeks.
Temperature rising. Vision blurring. Rage taking over.
Well, my sweet rage. I love you so. All right. My rage this week is when Bryce and I went to our double feature the other day. Every single fucking trailer that came out made me want to either slit my throat or punch myself in the
Kill the
face
person next to
or
you.
kill the person next to me. They are either sequels or reboots or crapola, But what was the thing that
Crapola.
the thing that put me over the edge was this new trend in trailers. And of all the trailers that we watched in front of the two movies that we saw, there was only one that I thought was a good trailer. I don't even remember what it was now, but I went, that's how you write a trailer. Actually, I think it might have been was it the M. Night shot? Because I think I turned to you.
Shamalama Ding Dong?
Yeah, the Shyamalan one? Wasn't that the one I said was a good trailer?
I hope not, because that's my rage this week.
Oh, okay, so then it wasn't that one. Anyway, of all so we watched, I don't know, they play like 10 trailers in front of each movie.
20 minutes worth.
And of all those trailers, 10 times 2, of the 20 trailers that we watched, only one was a good trailer because we basically don't have to see the movies. You've seen everything in the movie in these fucking trailers.
Yeah.
So it's like, what are you doing, Hollywood? Like, how are people wanting to go see? No wonder no one's going to the movies because they'd be like, oh, I just saw that trailer and it pretty much spells out everything that's going to happen in this
that's
movie.
people's attention span these days too. Minute and a half is about all they can handle.
Yeah, but so why don't they just instead of making, like, just make the trailer, throw it up on TikTok or on the YouTube, and then as people watch that and they get so many likes or clicks or commercial ads from other commercials or other trailers that pay them the trailer, so they don't have to invest all that money in the movie. Just make a fucking trailer and then have that, because we've already seen the whole movie. We already know everything that's going to happen. And that's the one that really blew my gasket was that stupid fucking rom-com that we're now going to have to watch.
Oh, yeah,
Blake Lively one?
I don't even remember what it was called.
Blake Lively one.
Oh, it's so the trailer is so horrible.
Yeah.
It only took 15 seconds, and then everything changed.
Yeah.
It's like, oh my God, this movie, we've already seen the whole movie.
Yep.
Getting a little tired of the one for Twisters, too.
Oh, twins!
Twins!
Well, at least it doesn't really give anything away.
Whatever.
Doesn't it?
You really
I don't
need to
think
know
it
what the
does.
plot
No,
is?
I have no idea what it is.
chase tornadoes.
They've got the lady who used to chase Twisters,
Yeah.
and now she doesn't chase Twisters,
That's
and then
nothing.
she sees this
Helen
dude.
Hunt?
It's not given
she
like
sees-
major plot points
Anyway.
away.
Yes, and then she hooks up with the
It's-
dude that's in love with himself, that wears a
Guy's
T-shirt
in love
of
with
himself, and then the
Who's in every movie
repulsive
that
and
comes out.
completely doubted what's his face, who's in everything now,
everything,
and then
yeah.
they hook up together, they end up falling in love, and then they chased Twisters together. Twins.
Exactly.
It's exactly what happens
It's
in
the
the
same
movie.
movie as the
And
first
then
movie.
someone's gonna die from the cast, not the two lovebirds,
No,
and then it's
everybody
gonna
else.
end, and then there's gonna be Twisterers because there'll be the
Twisterers.
third one.
Yeah.
See, you're
There you
filling
go.
in a lot of blanks that aren't in the
might
trailer.
prove to be right.
It's pretty implied
Anyway.
from the whole movie.
All I have
Yeah.
to say is, remember?
It's gonna be garbage, but
Of course it is.
The trailer's fine.
It looks like the only thing coming out this weekend,
actually,
too.
in my defense, every time the trailer comes on, I tend not to pay attention at
course.
all either because
That's not a good sign.
I have no I don't
Remember-
want to see this movie.
Remember
at
the
all,
old
but-
days before the internet? When you make a 30-second ad on TV, maybe for a movie, and you actually have to read the newspaper. You know, that's the thing that's printed on paper.
Yes.
And read the description of a movie and decide if you're going to go see it based on that.
The subtext,
Remember
yes.
That wasn't that
Like
long ago.
in space, no one can hear you scream.
Like the 80s.
I didn't do that. I just went to everything.
I know you went to everything,
Well,
but
same, but-
we had one theater, one screen, so we didn't have a lot of choice. But yeah. Anyway, yeah, no, I long for those days. They give way too much crap now.
Stop fucking doing those terrible trailers. That's my
Stop
rage.
giving spoilers.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's it.
All right then.
You stole my rage, sorta.
Sorta.
Twins!
Twins.
No, you can just say ditto. What your must was more specific.
My rage is actually the trailer for M. Night Shyamalan's Trap. Because do we really need to know that Josh Hartnett is the serial killer
I know!
that everybody's hunting down?
That's yes.
Like, can we not go into
Is
this?
that the one with the concert?
Yes.
I thought it was.
it starts.
Is that Josh Hartnett? I thought it was Jason Ritter.
No.
it's
Oh, is that
Josh
Hartnett? Oh,
Yeah.
I swear, I thought it was Jason Ritter.
This trailer starts. They're going to a concert. Father and her dad, and oh, blah, blah.
Oh,
And so then they go, oh, I'm going to go to the bathroom. And then they literally show him in the bathroom
Looking
on his
at
phone,
this-
looking at his basement with a camera
Somebody's
from
tied
on his
up.
phone, which apparently you can do. I don't understand this
Yeah,
technology.
it's a walking around phone. Yeah.
And there's a guy trying, and then you see the evil look in his eye, and then they literally even turn the camera, like the screen red with him with this evil smile, and like it's just so dumb. Like did they really need to give all of this away in the trailer?
You know, but here's the thing. We
Once
okay.
again, just like Oz Perkins with the Nic Cage thing, you didn't need to give that away. This one, you didn't need. M. Night Shyamalan's name is big enough that he's gonna get ticket sales. You don't need to give that away. I don't understand why you're giving stuff away that you just don't need to do, because it would make the movie more enjoyable if you don't know it going in.
But here's the thing. Okay, so I'm not disagreeing with you, but when we see the M. Night Shyamalan movie, my guess is that we also know that he's the killer at the very beginning of the movie, maybe. And then they haven't really given anything away. We just know that Josh.
Because you know he's going to try to throw a twist in there.
We'll see.
Yeah.
Well, there's and
the
don't
killer
get me
is the
wrong.
daughter.
I know a twist is
maybe
coming.
it's the daughter's
The daughter
the killer.
would be a great
I know.
twist.
I know.
The daughter's the killer.
I know there's twists coming because it's
course.
M. Night
Twins!
Shyamalan. But they didn't even need to give that away, though. Like, it's just the fact that they give too much away in the trailers, like almost every time,
Yeah.
and it's just annoying. And this one just annoyed me more.
Yeah.
The other ones you're talking about, I don't really give a crap because who cares if the Blake Lively romantic? Well, it's not even a romance. It's it's like
Three-way?
Pretty sure it has to
She's
do-
gonna get three-wayed? What?
Pretty sure it has to do with spousal abuse. Isn't it?
yeah.
Well,
it
it's
does.
a spousal abuse, but it's also like she's in love with this dude, but she's
married to the other dude.
She's like past
Yeah.
lives. It's exactly like past
It's like
lives.
past lives.
It is
100
nothing
it's
like
100%.
past lives.
It's like
With the
it's-
penetration.
It's got
There's
twice as much penetration as past lives because she's got
There's
a
your tie-in
boyfriend,
right there.
and then she's
No, that's touch. You're confusing the movies.
No, the trailer for it tells us that she's gonna get just as much double penetration as
Just two
past
guys.
lives.
There you go.
You're taking over my rage again. just let's get out of this segment.
Okay, well,
Are you
do you want
done?
to have a closing statement as for your
No,
rage?
just do it. Just done.
Rage subsiding. Pulse slowing. Anger fading.
Whoa! So Mur wasn't here
I see that.
the last few weeks, and he didn't know that Sidney Poitier is on our Mesmerized
I thought
list.
He already was.
No, he's not. So did Bryce. Bryce thought that he was on our list too, but for whatever reason, we hadn't added him.
I believe I had a matchup with Katharine Hepburn coming up, but we'll see how this works.
Well, yeah. So, okay, so this is a tough movie.
This is because I'm sorry, but I was at the point where I'm trying to decide who's more mesmerizing between Katharine Hepburn and Sidney Poitier. Then all of a sudden, Cecil Kellaway comes on as the Monsignor, and I'm like, oh my god, he's just amazing. And then
Don't forget Stacy.
well, no, how about Tilly, Isabel Sanford, Wheezy?
Yeah.
Easy's in it.
Yeah, and she is the best that she's ever been,
Yeah.
ever.
Yeah.
She is so good in it.
But Spencer Tracy is.
And Spencer Tracy was good.
Okay, so here's how I broke it down. So we know we're honest now. We don't need
Yeah.
to write shit
Yeah,
down.
yeah.
So so I had to look at everybody against everybody else because I had to rewatch this twice. I have a feeling no matter what happens, we're not going to lose anybody because this is an acting tour de force. This is an acting tour de force. But what I got to was that I felt Spencer Tracy beat Sidney Poitier, but I felt that Katharine Hepburn beat out Spencer Tracy.
Tracy's
That's
on the
how I
list.
felt. What do you feel?
Oh, dear Lord.
So to me, it was Katharine Hepburn because I felt she took out Spencer Tracy by a nose, by like basically when you do those horse things where they go across and then there's a, what is that called when there's like a nose hair that
Win
beats
by
the
a
other
nose.
one? It's a
it's just a nose. They
Oh,
won
it's
by a nose.
Oh, it's something like a photo finish or something.
Photo finish.
Oh, that's it. It's a photo finish.
Oh, yeah.
It was a photo finish for me.
Photo,
Like it was.
photo finish
it-
when it's a head, though.
If
too.
I watch this again, I might feel differently.
quarter length, sometimes they make it a photo finish.
There you go. Yeah, so
got 'em started.
that's how I felt. I felt Katharine Hepburn.
You got Kate.
I
do
did
you?
have Katie.
Yeah.
Because if you pick anybody but Katie,
Yeah, I know. I understand
Sydney's
that.
still alive.
Yeah, I know. And
See, this is not easy.
it's only not easy because I also picked Kate, and I don't want Sydney to be gone.
Neither do I.
Shouldn't have put him on.
Neither do I. Well,
Katharine Hepburn. Sorry, Sydney.
yeah. You know, this was a tough, like, but here's the thing.
Seriously, Cecil Kellaway as the Monsignor was so good.
He
in
was,
this.
but he wasn't even in
I
it
don't
for
underst-
5 minutes, so.
I would say he was.
Yeah, he wasn't. I timed him.
Okay, but I actually thought Spencer Tracy was just okay.
I thought he was
I thought Sidney
stellar.
Poitier was better than Spencer Tracy. Now, having said that, I'm like we're doing degrees of brilliance here. So
Yeah.
when I say he's better than, I'm not saying that Spencer Tracy's performance was not good. I'm saying it was
Oh,
excellent.
this was
but-
like a tour de force. This was
Yeah.
like the
And
absolute best actors in Hollywood.
And honestly, Isabel Sanford was so good.
Yeah, she's so
she was so good in this. Like just the
She
look
also
on her
wasn't-
when she comes in and says, "You got to, we've got another one for dinner," and just the look on her face was just priceless. You didn't even have to say anything.
it's such a good movie. But here's the thing about the times when this movie came out. Guess who's coming to dinner?
Yes.
It was so risque that
Oh, yeah.
like they
It
did
was the
not
60s.
kiss
Yeah.
on the lips. She
No.
kissed him once on the cheek
Yeah.
through
Yeah.
the entire movie,
Yeah.
and I bet you that was enough scandal.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure
for
he had
that
protests
like,
back then, too.
Oh man, I was like,
and back then, some states it was illegal to have
probably.
black and white person.
Oh yeah, they
like
literally
dating
bring that
or
up in
whatever.
the movie. So.
Yeah, it's actually illegal in some of the southern states.
But this is an excellent movie though.
Yeah.
It's,
Yeah. Damn, Sydney!
yeah,
Yeah, you said.
You hit Katharine Hepburn though, so
it
Not
happens.
too many can outdo her in any movie. So,
Mhm.
all right then.
All right. So do you have anybody for us for next week, Demar? All right.
I haven't been doing any of that stuff.
You have been too
I've
busy
looked at your
working.
updated list.
All right. Well, now we're gonna have to update it again. So
There you go.
Last week on Rage or Dare, our little Jimbo cradled his face into the warm bosom of yours truly and suckled at my deliciously awful remake tatas and was rewarded with Robocop 2014. This week, the boys are back together and can rage or dare or even Casey again. Well, little Jimbo can't go wrong with a second teat, can he? Maybe they will both get some well-deserved nuzzling. Come on, Bryce. Now let's see if Jimbo's need for the rage will be arrested this week in his viewing of a film which, despite my love of the work of Joel Kinnaman, Gary Oldman, Michael Keaton, Abby Cornish, Jackie Earle Haley, Michael Kenneth Williams, Samuel L. Jackson, and Canadian treasure Evan Stern, I would definitely not buy this for $1. That's right, none of these people make this film watchable, at least to me. Let's see what Jim thinks.
Didn't it star Carl Urban? Did he not mention him at all?
probably intentionally not.
I like Carl Urban.
So, this movie is everything wrong with remakes.
Yeah.
Every single thing that could possibly wrong with remakes is this movie personified. First off, take an almost perfectly made sci-fi horror movie in the original, and even to attempt to remake it is a crime against humanity. Secondly, it took all the great humor and tongue-in-cheek satire of the original and got rid of all of it, basically making it soulless and trying to take itself way too seriously. And then thirdly, just why? Why does this film exist? It was bad enough that they made Robocop 2 and 3, which took the films into the realm of bad taste in your mouth, but to reboot it with completely nothing that's likable about this. And yet, it's super bloated, as Casey said, with huge names like Michael Keaton and Jake Baruchel and Sammy Jack and Gary Oldman and Jackie Earle Haley. Like, why? Why did you agree to this travesty? Plus, the whole time I'm watching it, I can't help but compare this to the original. Everything in this has no grit and seems like it's way too sterile. The story follows somewhat of a similar concept of the original, except in this one, he knows right away that he has a wife when he wakes up. Plus, it's emotionless and you really don't get connected to the lead character like you do in the original. So, for me at least, I'm just like, can't wait till this gets to the end of this film. It's everything I hate about Hollywood. And Paul Verhoeven, if he was dead, would be rolling over in his grave. If he actually had to watch this movie, he probably would just end up dying.
He would have died right there.
He would have just died himself. He would kill himself and then roll over. It was so awful. I hated every single thing about this film. It's completely... And I love all these actors. But this movie is completely unwatchable. Oh, plus, the film just kept Lord of the Ringsing itself to death. It was like there was so many fucking endings to this movie. It was just completely horrible. I hated every single thing about it. Casey, you knocked it out of the park with this. It's awful.
By the way, Carl Urban was not in it.
Oh, I thought, who is the Robocop?
Joel Kinnaman.
Yeah.
Oh. I must be thinking of Judge Dredd then. I thought he was in that. I don't know. I didn't see either one of them.
Well,
You go.
count yourself lucky.
They both wear the helmet over their head. I don't know.
And they never once said I could buy that. I would.
Didn't they?
No.
Plus, there's no Red Foreman in it.
No. Exactly.
Yeah, but he was in a cool black Robocop outfit.
Whatever.
Yeah.
They had the
It was
Ed.
black Robocop instead
They had
of
the
silver
Ed
Robocop.
Then they
Robocop.
should have made him a black Robocop.
They had
They should have.
They had
in
the,
a black Robocop outfit.
That would
They
have
had-
been
Would
cool.
have been better.
They had
Would've
the
been
Ed,
better.
they had 243 in there or whatever it's called.
It's just terrible.
The big
It's-
robot?
It's. I don't even want to talk about it anymore. But what I do want to talk about before we close today is that our beloved David
Yes.
finally reached out to me.
Yay.
So we are not going to be drawing from anybody's bag this
Oh.
week. The David has dared us to see the 2000.
I don't know who David is.
David is our only listener.
Okay, are you making this up right now?
No.
So David actually dared us to see something.
Yes. Remember 3 or 4 weeks ago?
I don't
when
remember
I told
3
you
or 4
David
days ago.
David bought us a movie rental, and then I reached out to
Even
him.
I remember
And
that.
he did not. And he did not give it to me, but he reached out to me this week, and he said, "I have a movie you guys need to see."
Okay.
I remember that.
And we're going to be watching Untamed from 2016.
The cartoon.
What the hell's Untamed?
Okay, so just so you know,
Yeah,
are you ready for this?
not really.
Remember how we talked about the co-production of Iceland and the UK?
Yeah.
So this movie is a co-production of Mexico, Denmark, France, Germany, Norway, and Switzerland.
Well, it's Scandinavian.
Sounds like it's good.
Right? I know.
Exactly.
I'm curious, David, if you know how this will make us rage. The other
I'm-
thing that this has going for it is when you have the keyword plot details,
Uh-huh.
this is what you get. Female frontal nudity, female pubic hair, human alien sex, tentacle sex, and then women in showers. Plus there's 270 other keywords
Those are all the
that
warnings
describe
in front of the movie.
that describe this.
I haven't seen this. I'm actually really looking forward
As
to it.
am I. I'm sure glad David dared us to see
A
this.
couple in troubled marriage locate a meteorite, initiating an encounter with a
meteorite.
mysterious creature.
Doesn't this
Their
sound like the
lives are
greatest
turned
movie
upside
that's
down
ever
by the
been made?
discovery of the creature, which is a source of both, and then there's no more pleasure and destruction. It's the creature is a source of pleasure
And destruction.
So kill
It
you
sounds like the
after it
greatest
makes it
movie
you.
that's ever
I'm
been
sorry.
made.
This is already my favorite movie of all time.
There you go.
And I haven't even seen it. Well, thanks, David.
It's
You know what?
It's a Mexican science fiction horror film.
Apparently,
I don't understand.
I'm sorry, it's Mexican, but it has like 10 different countries.
yep. Because
It
they
is-
all said, this
all-
sounds
they all-
awesome.
they all-
Let's
Yeah,
get on
let's-
board.
let's-
They all
like,
threw
let's
20
get
bucks
in.
in.
Let's get on board.
It played TIFF. I mean,
No.
yes.
Really?
Yep.
Wow.
And Fantastic Fest.
So
you go.
I don't understand, but bring it on.
You know what? Here's my thought.
Yeah.
David, our only true listener, decided he loves us so much he doesn't want to punish us with a rage.
Maybe.
Maybe.
I'm looking forward to
All right,
this.
then.
You know what? Usually I get angry when people give me stuff that I'm gonna like, but this time I don't think I was ever gonna see this, except for the fact that it's been
That David found it for us.
that
That's
he
right.
dared us to watch this. So I am very excited.
All right.
All right, then.
You have that to look forward to next week. Well, thanks, Ragers, for listening. Thanks to the Extended Film Rage family you can find in our show notes. Thanks to Casey, our god of rage, from the Nerdy Photographer, the voice of Rage all day. Find us on social media everywhere at Film Rage YYC. Check out everything Film Rage at filmrageyyc.com, including our merch site for Redbubble and TeePublic. You know, if your granny's birthday's coming, get us some panties. We're always wanting to make this a raging blast for all listeners, so please comment, like, and subscribe, and send us emails to filmragecalgary@gmail.com. Dare us to see terrible movies to fuel our rage. But no matter what you do, please, 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 pretty please, 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 don't make us a rage. That's it for this week. Rage.